Hello and welcome back to our X4 Hardcore series. In this one we will continue our second playthrough of the X series. Hopefully not dying this time.
Kid.
Hello. We are first going to... What are we going to? Well, let's try the Boron expedition. Yeah. Yeah, let's get the Marco, get the miner, the abandoned miner. Hopefully provide the miner with some shields. How much money do we have? Would we have enough money? Yeah, maybe we have enough money to provide.
Jump gate, Morning Star.
With some shields. And then let's see how task it to mine silicon. And go from there. Oh, that one is going to a Morning Star. Oh, I want another.
Unknown object.
What happened? Embassy. Freedom and opportunity. Yes. Set guidance. Okay, that one's for the split sectors.
Greetings, my friend. Interstellar diplomacy is an alluring interdisciplinary pursuit. Part science, part etiquette, part curiosity. If you so wish, I will undertake this compelling research on your behalf. Consider it your first tentative step into a larger dialogue.
Okay. What would it take? Diplomacy network.
There are certain
Advanced
requirements
concept,
for me to
advanced
start that
electronics.
research.
That's quite cheap. Oh, it tells you the estimated price for all the resources.
It appears some Terran technology was being... This will allow you to gain blueprints by scanning leaks on certain modules.
Okay.
Autopilot engaged.
So let's plan build. Nope. Oh, cancel module changes. Yes. First I want one of these. Then a storage module that gets... like that.
Autopilot disengaged.
Then we copy the module. Copy the sequence. Rotate it. And then we should be able to plump it here. Okay. All right.
Of course, everyone is welcome to attend the investigation, though please do remain at a safe distance until the risks are more clear.
I'm already
So many
parked.
ships! I cannot believe we are actually here, ready to witness something truly historic.
The Terran Secret Service has been alerted to potential gate activity. The Intervention Corps has been ordered to undertake a threat assessment with regard to the potential impact on Sol territories. We can only guarantee everyone's safety as long as the expedition remains close to the intervention fleet. However, we advise everyone to stay clear of our firing arcs.
Initial scans indicate some activity. We will need to get closer for a more thorough read on the situation. Mission Specialist, approach the gate nacelle and interface with it to initialize a direct data stream for our onboard science team.
Affirmative. Approaching the jump gate. Activating scanner. Accessing nacelle.
Data stream is initialized. It looks like... Fall back! The enemy is spiking.
Battle stations, prepare to engage. Nothing? Well then. Intervention Corps, prepare for traversal.
The expedition shall follow close behind. Mission Specialist, locate here and establish an outpost to derive a complete reading of the gate's coordinate data.
On it, sir. Godspeed, everyone.
Yep, yep, yep.
Queen's Guard. Entering system. Watchful gaze.
This is an historic expedition. Without comparing a lifetime, I am overjoyed to see you here. We were rather hoping to be enjoying a reunion with Kingdom End after gate reactivation. The most recent Boron missive indicates that this has been the overwhelming focus of their civilization's scientific resources. So you will forgive us, perhaps, for being seduced by the possibility. Telemetry shows that this system is annotated as Watchful Gaze, yet we cannot detect whether it is itself isolated, or connects further to any number of other systems. Preliminary scans indicate that this system is uninhabited. No sign of boron, or any other kind of life, biological or artificial.
This cannot be true. Are you certain that the sensors are not malfunctioning? It has been so long. I really thought this might be the day I finally reconnect with my kin of the Fin.
Take heart, Boron Exile. You may yet be a step closer to your reunion. Explorer, we need some detailed system mapping. The task is in your hands. There is much to learn here.
Tidum, 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 tidum.
Preliminary data has identified some points of potential interest. We are having trouble locking on to exact locations at this range. See if you can pinpoint them for us.
Roper mineral.
There's... And there's even...
And what is this? The ship seems to be in a salvageable condition. My guess is that it was likely abandoned not too long ago. Perhaps this new adjunct to the network is not quite as uninhabited as we thought. This is all very exciting. I will have to account for this when preparing for the next series of observations.
This is clearly a mining ship, but that's strange. As far as I can detect, there's really very little here to mine. All I can imagine is that the vessel came under an attack of some kind.
Hish tush. That is self-evidently incorrect. There is absolutely no sign of exterior damage. Yet that makes the mystery still more seductive.
Ma'am. Kid. Roper mineral.
Let me excavate the vessel's systems. Oh my goodness. These poor people are in desperate straits. They are veritably gnawing on the bones of this system for resources. According to the ship's logs, this vessel was cannibalized for parts to save the prospecting flotilla. Evidently, this system has long since been picked over, but they were gambling on some resources having been missed.
The Alliance has little use for a miner. Explorer, keep the ship. Do with it what you wish. Do not neglect to crew the vessel appropriately if you wish to make optimal use of it.
Do I apply the exploration with that one? Nah, doesn't make sense. Let's... Yeah, let's pick him up on our way back. I think that would be the best. I wish they would find a way to make that one a bit more engaging than just holding down the button and yeah, waiting. Okay,
Kid docking granted.
get me back into the kit. Could deliver the Claytronics there. Yeah, I think
Kid.
that makes sense.
Ma'am,
Empty space.
Let's see whether that location makes sense first. Or not. The Discoverer was a bit quicker in acceleration. And I think travel speed. Location in question.
Unknown object.
Yes, so that one is always placed in a specific location as well. Could have been that it's like, oh no, not here. Let's move to the other one.
Oh my! Could that be?
By the Trinity, a Boron vessel.
My instinct says we should take a closer look. Assistant, I think you should suit up and investigate.
Where was it? Ah, in here. No.
Your ship's sensors are picking up a weak energy signature amongst the debris.
No, I think it wasn't. Was it that one? Okay.
Ma'am. Kid.
See if you can repair the panel to gain access.
Kid.
That one is quite...
Docking granted.
That one is quite far away. You could have stayed here.
Kid.
Running decryption and reconstruction algorithm. The data is woefully incomplete, but it appears that this was an outpost of some manner. There are signs of an attack from several directions. It seems that the operators would have had little, if any, time to react. How frustratingly peculiar. I am forwarding all of this to our esteemed expedition commander. Perhaps he can garner more clues. I have my doubts, though.
Newman Khaled, sir. Our team confirms that the Heretics End Gate does indeed contain the coordinates to the Kingdom End system. The timing cannot be coincidental, can it? Just after we received word from the Boron? Is it possible that their experiments were somehow related to the gate reinitialization?
Coordinates and timing are relevant, not conclusive. The fact of the matter is that this is definitely not Kingdom End. Interstellar messenger drones are not the fastest form of communication. We do not know what has occurred on the Boron side since their last message. Theoretically, a connection between the two gates is possible, but that is just a theory. It could well be that the systems were linked in the distant past.
Yes. Unfortunately, a theoretical compatibility does not mean much in itself. If activating or reprogramming these gates were easy, I am certain I would have overcome the challenges long ago.
The split didn't exactly give you a choice over your research focus. Could this be the Boron? Could they really have unlocked jump gate technology?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. At this point, any further hypothesis would be mere speculation. Until we have more evidence, keep your ideas off general comms. If you must elaborate your theories, feel free to put them in writing.
Just one thing. Maybe another box. Should be close. You will.
Unknown object.
What else do we have here? Yes. Lockboxes. Let's get some goodies. Yes, that one worked. Two more. One more.
Container. Autopilot engaged. Empty space.
AGI processor. Secure container. So it would like me to jump here, the Explorer here, and then maybe the Boron Explorer comes and intercepts me. That could be. What's that about to happen? Alright, right. We got some money. Shield generator, corrupted report. Few things. Okay.
Autopilot disengaged.
Hold on. I think I am picking up. Oh no, never mind that. Nothing of interest here. This system's peculiar conditions make getting accurate readings rather troublesome.
Explorer, you have an unidentified ship on an intercept trajectory. This is our first contact in the newly opened network. We have no idea of who they are, or their intentions. Investigate, and if possible make contact, but maintain vigilance.
Oh my! Aliens! Please, do not be afraid. I shall disengage my armament.
Piranha.
Greetings. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance.
Incredible! Finally, contact with our aquatic allies. Bosota, are you receiving this?
One moment, please. I am just finishing up some calculations.
What did you say? A boron? Truly? A living, buoyant boron? Are my ocular sensor organs deceiving me? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bosota, and I can barely recall another boron face. I have been riven from my people for that long. Will you please deign to share your time with me?
I am Mila T, adventurer extraordinaire. I would be delighted to spend time with you.
As appointed delegate of the Alliance of the Word, please allow me to extend my greetings to you and your people. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Mila T.
I do not have any official capacity as such, but it is marvelous to be seeing actual people from beyond the disconnected gates. How did you get here? Has a gate reopened? Are we connected once more? Oh, I knew it would have to happen eventually. What joyous news!
Momentous news indeed. Although we are less than clear on how this has occurred. Those speculated messages from your scientists indicated that they were working on such a task. Please, can you direct us towards Kingdom End?
You were in contact with Kingdom End? That is marvelous news. It has been decades since we were cut off. We have heard nothing in all that time. The severing of the connection with Nishala has been indescribably distressing for all of us.
My system is in profound turmoil. To meet a fellow Boron after all these years is an incandescent joy. But to find that you, too, are cut off from the homeworld is a misery.
More than you know, Bosotar. We have all mourned this loss.
But without access to Kingdom End, your Queen and Parliament, how do you govern yourselves?
After the severance, there was a period of chaos, until a royal steward was appointed. I have had dealings with him. It would be my pleasure to make an introduction.
We must make haste. There is much to be discussed with your leadership.
Follow me, you cavalcade of curious creatures.
A Boron society not headed by a queen? This is somewhat hard to fathom.
Indeed, Bosotar. From your own experience, you understand the pain of separation. I doubt other species appreciate the biological depth of our harmonious societal interconnection. It was worse than it is now. It used to be that all our systems were isolated. Severed, not just from Kingdom End, the Queen and homeworld Nishala, but also from each other. Fortunately, several of our systems reconnected to each other eventually, but none received word from home. Reorganization became a necessity. The provinces adrift, as we call ourselves, were only ever intended to be temporary, but under the Royal Steward, it has grown into a comprehensive governing body. But some of us have never given up on Kingdom End. Your communication with the homeworld is momentous in the extreme. Not a soul in these systems has found evidence of where the Kingdom End even still exists.
Piranha.
I need to get myself one of these. And they seem to be quite quick.
Unknown object.
So now we should get the cutscene where the Boron traders are exiting the gate. high-tech trailers already.
Goodness. A Commonwealth ship. Surely this indicates that our reports are correct. The once dormant gate has indeed resumed its function and brought our province into alignment with our erstwhile allies. You must realize what this means. All the resources of the Commonwealth are now within reach. At long last, a chance to end the shortages. Pick up the pace.
Yes.
I must warn you, the provinces adrift are not awash with the luxuries of the old kingdom. The pain of severance has been constant, but our economy has also suffered. The shortages of essential goods have cut deeply. Reconnection with the network may alleviate some of these issues, at least.
Entering system. Barren Shores.
Unknown station. Lockboxes. Unknown station.
You bring us guests, outsiders, with a fleet no less. What have you been up to?
More than that, Royal Steward, I bring momentous news. The fleet, this Paranid-led fleet, it came from the dormant gate in watchful gaze. They have communicated with Kingdom End. They have no Kingdom End gate, but they have communication. We are connected to the network once more.
My word, if...
The delegation seeks an audience. May I?
Yes, of course. There is so much to discuss, so much to consider.
Royal Steward, would it be in order for me to accompany the delegation?
I'm sure you have other things to do. Diplomacy is not the same thrill as exploration.
Please, Royal Steward, with your permission.
Of course, Neela T. By all means, accompany the delegation.
Explorer, you have displayed some usefulness thus far. I'm tasking you with joining us in meeting the Royal Steward. I may have need of your insights.
You have clearly made an impression on the expedition commander. I sense you are becoming more central to his plans. Join the delegation. Watch this Royal Steward. I have some experiments to attend to, though I shall keep an eye on you.
Docking granted.
A Boron capital ship. In all my days. A perfect equilibrium of function and ergonomics. And with such flair. My current abode is penurious in comparison.
Hello.
Hello. So we have to go to the bridge. Here I am, rocking my fancy haircut.
Here explodes with the joy of welcoming esteemed visitors. This historic occasion is the first of its kind. I am Leda V, Royal Steward of the Provinces Adrift. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, and as her loyal servant, it is my profound pleasure to welcome an emissary of the Paranid Empire. And once business is out of the way, I insist you join me on a more informal tour.
Esteemed Royal Steward Leda Wee, thank you for your most gracious welcome. You must forgive me. I, Numankaret, am no Empire emissary. I represent the Alliance of the Word, a diplomatic forum and scientific organization funded by various races across the network.
My. But do you have letters patent from the Empire? The provinces adrift are in dire straits. We must negotiate terms of assistance.
I am compelled to reiterate, I do not speak for the Paranid authorities. Though we do bring news which may bring joy. We have been in communication with Kingdom End. Limited fragile communication, but communication nevertheless. Some months ago we received word from your homeworld. It was heartening to discover that the Boron Core has survived the shutdown, and learn of their most ambitious endeavor. Their entire scientific resources are focused on understanding and manipulating jump gate technology. We humbly request your permission to investigate the dormant jump gates in your territory, and to set up a scientific outpost in the region, should that be required.
There are so many implications to consider. This really is momentous. I am afraid I must decline your request, for now. We cannot be precipitous.
By the glistening waters of Nishala!
I fail to understand. We ask for no more than your permission. We certainly have no wish to be a drain on your resources.
Leader Wee, they are trying to connect us with Kingdom End. They have communications.
Neela T, this obsession with finding home is entirely yours. You may have the luxury of gallivanting around the galaxy in search of miracles, but I have responsibilities. I have the welfare of billions of souls to consider. Our guests have already made clear that the outside network, with all its resources, has been unable to connect with our homeworld. The priority at this juncture is the welfare of our people, and I shall not be distracted from that.
Honored host, we will of course expedite communications with the governments of the network. I'm sure emissaries are preparing as we speak. Yet, if we could simply...
Enough, please. I understand your request, but I do not think you understand what is at stake. Please have patience, but for now, the matter is settled.
Outrageous! The Boron Queen's government itself is racing to reconnect, and you decline to facilitate? What kind of royal steward are you?
Please?
There is nothing to be gained from trading insults.
This is absurd. Our work is of the utmost importance. Your...
Oha. Rage quit.
Heading to the dock. Awaiting pickup.
The silent one from our disappointing introduction. I regret my approach at our meeting. You see, I have not hosted a diplomatic function in decades. Unfortunately, I am simply not in the habit of communicating with anyone other than Boron, you see. We Boron converse amongst ourselves, relying on complex structures of pheromones, not just mere words. There was so much to communicate, so much to cogitate upon, yet the words failed to convey my meaning. You must imagine it like painting an ocean, yet having only a single shade of blue with which to do so. From time to time, I spend the waking nights pondering the very same question. It would be misleading to cast blame for all our miseries on the Great Shutdown. In fact, when we were first riven from the wider network, the vast majority of our Boron systems remained connected between themselves. Isolated from external threats, we commenced a new age of reflection and scientific endeavor. And while this period of peace brought the wealth of Kingdom End to fabulous new heights, we were not complacent. Resources were stockpiled throughout the Queendom, a precautionary measure. Oh, we thought we were prepared, yet in truth we were far from it. We Boron are inherently connected to each other, you see. We thrive on a collective sort of innate affinity. Once that connection was severed, each system found itself in complete isolation. Things fell apart quite quickly, I'm afraid to say. Productivity collapsed catastrophically. Stockpiles were depleted far more rapidly than anticipated, and there was no way to replenish them. After years of disarray, Great Reef finally reconnected with barren shores. Later, it was joined by several other systems. The provinces adrift were founded, but by then the damage was done. We still lacked crucial resources. I contend that it was the collective psychological toll of the severance that caused this, more so than the evident logistical challenges posed by the shutdown. Your expedition commander hardly seemed in the mood for positive solutions. I cannot imagine that you presume to speak for him.
Assistant, perhaps uncovering more context first may help with your solutioneering.
The Protectorate has determined that this system poses no threat to the citizens of Sol or the wider network. Our orders are to deploy to a position of more strategic importance. Still, stay alert. None of us know what might be lurking out there.
The Alliance of the Ward thanks you for your support. We shall proceed alone from here on. Our military friends are needed elsewhere.
Where's that guy chilling? Scientific freedom, research nation, no.
Entering system. Great Reef.
Okay. So it's on the other side. Alright.
Does this fool think he is? Does he not understand the gravity of our mission? Withholding his consent? We shall continue without it if necessary.
I might have to chat with Neil T first.
The steward and I have had. I'm so very sorry you had to witness that embarrassingly discordant display. Leader We and I disagree on much, but he is not a bad person. You know, he is just scared. I think he is scared of falling short. He carries the weight of the expectations of the entire provinces. He wants to keep everyone safe, and I think he fears that your expedition will exacerbate an already dangerous situation. Yes, fraught with danger. The provinces lie uncomfortably close to Kark territory. When Sanctuary of Darkness first connected to the provinces, it triggered regular attacks. We barely managed to protect ourselves with the meager military that we could cobble together. Thankfully, the waves have calmed for now. The Kark incursions eventually ceased. All attempts to communicate with these enigmatic creatures have failed, so I would hesitate to call it a ceasefire. It is more of a lull in hostilities. As you can imagine, the situation remains rather fragile.
Morale all the way up there.
Oh, you took note of that, did you? Time after time I approach Leader We for the resources to find our way back home, but he has come to the conclusion that efforts spent on this endeavor come at an immediate cost to our people. I would hate for you to get the impression that I do not care for my fellow Boron here. Out on the fringes, I am truly seeking to make a difference for the people. Serving the Queen's subjects is a duty for me. You see, I do not like to draw too much attention to it, but I myself am the progeny of stranded minor royals. Before you bow or anything like that, I am not part of the direct line of succession, and that is not how our monarchy works in any case. Yet, it drives me to find a path back home, for the people to once again delight in a reunited, merry realm. Pleasant travels.
Thank you, you too. So, let's speak with
does this fool think he is? Does he not understand the gravity of our mission? Withholding his consent? We shall continue without it if necessary. You may have a point. Perhaps his simple mind cannot grasp all the variables at play. I wonder if we can help him to see the bigger picture. Yes, you are right. That much is obvious. I cannot help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces. A reunion with Kingdom End would inevitably result in him having to relinquish power and standing. Ah, I understand. He is worried that our presence will stir up an infestation of the Chitterers. The Alliance of the Wood is certainly prepared to provide assurances that our investigation will not leave him exposed to Ka'ak attacks.
There was something else.
Hello again, Explorer.
Dangerous situation. What is he afraid of?
Pleasant travels.
No, we already had that. So let's see whether we can.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction. Your commendable commitment to peace is as welcome as it is unexpected. The Alliance of the Word is to be lauded for its respect for our peaceful ways.
Use needless ties to increase your standing. No, what?
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction.
What else?
I regret my approach at our meeting.
Perhaps we reconvene.
You are correct, of course. From time to
No.
I...
Oh. Goodbye. Huh? I had different options the last time. Have I not asked Nina of things? Because we have not...
Hello again, Explorer.
Hello. What is he afraid of?
I think. Oh. Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Pleasant travels.
What else would we have on the standard docking bay? I think there were things like the resources one. Yeah, he fears outside incursions.
We are a scientific expedition, so our offensive options are rather limited in that regard. What we can do, however, is make assurances that any valuable equipment that is transported into Boron space will be well guarded, making it an unappealing target. Furthermore, I am prepared to place several scouts at his disposal, and to establish a network of satellites in watchful gaze. That will give the split cause to reconsider an incursion into the provinces. The situation with this steward does indeed seem resolvable, though I fear he wears my patience thin. Take this matter in hand. Go and see the fool. Perhaps you can change his mind.
Okay. Now we have other things with the guarding of the shipments.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction. Well, well, this is an unexpectedly kind offer from the Alliance of the Word. I must admit that security assistance in these uncertain times would indeed be a welcome reassurance. I must say how thoroughly reassured I am. And again, please accept my most profound apologies for our earlier miscommunication. Clearly, our values are in auspicious alignment. I am confident that you will ensure no harm befalls my charges. Please, do proceed with my blessing and my people's support for the success of your historic mission.
Alright.
With the gate in Watchful Gaze reactivated, to our knowledge, only 3 more dormant gates remain in province space. One is located in Ocean of Fantasy, another in Barren Shores. The final one was discovered by scouts in Sanctuary of Darkness. If Sanctuary of Darkness sounds foreboding, you may find that the name is fitting. It is host to a significant cobalt infestation. Ugh, even uttering the name makes my fins tingle. Yet I must remain firm on the matter. Do not, under any circumstances, engage with the Ka. Every interaction with them results in horrific conflict.
You have our word, Leader Wee. We shall do everything in our power to avoid undue provocation.
Thank you. And may I bestow upon you a gift? We have prepared for you a fighter ship. A humble gift, but hopefully it will be of use to you in the times ahead.
We are most grateful. You have been an exemplary host. Explorer, you have done well to secure access for us to continue our mission. Please, claim the scout ship as your own. Serve you well.
Here's my Marco. This time we know how to enter it.
Marco.
You gotta use the elevator. Chop, chop. No.
We need to investigate the dormant gates to formulate the next step of our expedition.
I am already familiar with the gates in Ocean of Fantasy. If you supply me with the necessary equipment, and provide me with a few pointers as to what exactly I am to do, it would be my deepest pleasure to assist.
Excellent. The Alliance shall investigate Barren Shores. That only leaves the matter of the final gate, the location of which is somewhat more precarious. Explorer, you have excelled thus far. Put that new fighter of yours to good use, and find Sanctuary of Darkness. It seems that you are best suited to this task.
They gave me nav beacons. Okay,
All the
now
times
nav
I
beacons
dreamt of
out.
being reunited with my fellow Boron. It never crossed my mind that they might be in such impoverished circumstances. I know that the Alliance has received communications from Kingdom End, but those were
No,
dispatched
where are
decades
you
ago.
flying to again?
Hopefully, they have fared better than the Boron here. I am curious about the contents of their message. Just how much of their preliminary findings have they shared with their Alliance counterparts? Once we have gained access to both gates' data, maybe the Alliance really intends to conduct experiments from our side too. Trying to manipulate gates would be an incredibly involved undertaking. Yet it seems as though the Mancorette is single-minded about the whole endeavor. Can you imagine the possibilities that would be open to us if we could manipulate these gates at will?
Yes, manipulating these things. Always good. No, I think that this is the... whatchamacallit? Boron shipyard. That's the one under construction. Okay. And then the misfit trade with build storage. No. Ooh, remove this order. Trade with build storage. Sell the few electronics that we have.
have arrived at my designated inactive gate. I shall commence taking readings immediately.
Yes, 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 yes. Don't rush.
Unknown object. Unknown station.
Need to get things running and working first. Because that one's still missing.
Unknown object.
So what do we have here?
Antimatter cell factory.
So that's the jump gate, I think, to that dark sector, so to speak. Let's jump to...
Jump gate. Unknown sector. Entering system. Ocean of fantasy.
Unknown station, unknown object, unknown station. Okay.
Unknown object.
The last time that was a mine. So
Plasma conductor factory. Unknown station. Factory. Unknown station.
trading station. Okay, let's
Out of docking range. Out of docking range. Docking granted.
Try that.
Successfully docked.
Welcome.
So we need 2 pilots. He might be a bit too expensive. Oh, how about you? Oh, you are a level 3 manager.
Are you interested in a job?
Has been growing stronger. Deploy friend foes, mines, and target.
I knew I could count on you.
Mission interrupted. New mission activated.
Pleasant travels.
Okay. Do we have more of these? Maybe that one.
Hello.
Yeah. I would like you. Please crew the grouper as captain.
I will accept your offer of employment and will work to the best of my ability on your behalf.
Perfect.
Can I help?
Piloting. And 1-star piloting. Okay.
Ma'am.
Goodbye. And I need another pilot. Maybe there is one more that we can find here. He's for the Marco.
Hello.
Yes. You work as well. For the Marco. You're the captain here.
I will try to ensure that you do not regret this decision.
Let's go back to the Marco.
Mako.
And let's call it a day.